guys, what's up? This is Blaze the Movie and it's time for another commentary video. This time I will be commenting on FilmMasterAdam's top 15 worst movies of 2016 video. Now before I begin, I am gonna tell you my opinion on FilmMasterAdam. I personally think he is a fucking awesome movie reviewer. In fact, he is one of my favorite movie reviewers on the internet. But just because I like somebody doesn't mean that I won't call them out if I feel that they screwed up. And there is one big problem that I have with this video. Now for the most part, I will be disagreeing with his opinions in a civil manner. Now I know that opinions don't debunk points, but you know what opinions do? They add something to the discussion. That's what commentaries are to me, discussion. Besides, if I only pointed out the problems that I have with this video, this would be a one-shot commentary, because there is only one problem that I have with this video. So anyway, without further ado, let's dive in.
Number 13 is The Forest. Look, I love Natalie Dormer, but this movie was shit.
I'm sorry you didn't like it, but I personally think it's one of the most underrated movies of 2016.
The Forest isn't engaging, it isn't fun, it isn't interesting, it is just like Assassin's Creed, ungodly boring.
Alright, if you find it boring, fine, that's your opinion, but I am gonna explain why I personally don't agree with you. You see, I find the idea of an identical twin being lost in a forest to be a very interesting concept. And I find the forest itself to be very interesting as well. And yeah, the protagonist of the movie is also fucking awesome in my opinion.
This movie, I can't recall one moment that actually sticks in my mind aside from Natalie Dormer being stuck in such a horrible film.
There are several moments in this movie which I find very memorable, which I won't be getting into since these moments happen very late in the movie, and I'm trying to keep this commentary spoiler free.
The suicide forest in Japan is a real place and a very unique setting for a horror film. This should have been scary as hell. Instead, it damn near put me to sleep.
There's a lot of creepy imagery, and at the top of that, I find this movie to be legitimately scary since I care a lot about the protagonist. If you don't find the movie scary, that's fine, that's your opinion. I'm just stating mine.
The first two weren't good, but they weren't so horrible that I would put them on my worst of the year list. Allegiant was.
Coincidentally enough, both of the Divergent movies that came before this one made it to my worst movies of the year list of the year they were released in. I wished I would have seen this movie as well, because it would be perfect to my worst movies of 2016 video. In fact, I was gonna see this movie and review it, but I never got around to it, and I am very sorry about that. Now that 2016 is over, I don't think I'm ever going to.
I really don't care if it's better than the first movie or not. It still sucks. Because, one, the first movie was nigh unwatchable. Two, being slightly better than your predecessor doesn't make your movie good.
I personally think both of the TMNT movies released in the 2010s are fucking awesome. But I understand the hate for them and respect your opinion. And I also respect everyone else's opinions on these two movies. If I was a huge fan of the 1980s cartoon, I would probably hate these movies, but I don't care much for the 1980s cartoon and think that these two movies are fucking awesome. Again, that's just my opinion, you're entitled to your own.
It brings in the things that the fans wanted to see. It gives us Krang, it gives us Baxter Stockman, Casey Jones, Bebop and Rocksteady, the Technodrome for like 2 seconds, and yet it manages to ruin everything that the fans loved about them. It knows the things we want to see, but not why we wanted to see them.
I personally thought those characters were fucking awesome in this movie, but that's just me. I will, however, agree that fan service isn't always a good thing. For example, putting Doomsday into the movie Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice was completely fucking pointless. Because having Doomsday in that movie added literally nothing to the movie. Oh, and by the way, I don't hate that particular movie overall, but I don't think it's a great movie either.
Now, people have made the argument that the original Ninja Turtles movie from 1990 is a stupid film too, an argument I completely disagree with. That whole movie was about the importance of family, what family really means, and why families should be there for one another. That movie is far better than most people give it credit for.
So you like the TMNT movie from 1990? That's cool. As for me, I haven't seen that movie in years, but from what I remember from it, it is very fucking good. I personally prefer the TMNT movies from this decade, but that's just me.
The concept of Ninja Turtles is stupid. So are the concepts for just about every superhero on the planet. It's what you do with those concepts that will determine if they are good or not. A good film can come from anything.
I totally disagree. I wouldn't say that the concept of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is stupid. It's very weird, sure, but I wouldn't exactly say that it's stupid. As for your point that most superhero movies have stupid concepts, no, I don't agree with that either. I think the concept for Superman, Batman and Deadpool are fucking awesome concepts.
This movie is so concerned with setting up a big Warcraft franchise that at times it forgets to be its own movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. I think this movie stands out on its own merits just fine.
The characters are so unforgivably bland.
I personally thought that the characters are fucking awesome when I saw this movie in theaters, though I will give you one thing. The characters are nowhere near great. In fact, now that I'm thinking about Warcraft, the only character I still remember is that magician who didn't get a lot of respect, and the orcs. Sure, I could re-watch the movie to remember those characters, but if I have to re-watch a movie in order to remember characters, it just goes to show that the characters aren't that great.
Within the first 20 minutes, we're whisked away to about 10 different locations for no other reason than to show off the crappy blue screen effects. It makes it damn near impossible to keep track of where these characters are, or where they're even going half the time, and it's so distracting.
I didn't have that problem. In fact, I could follow the movie just fine. Now keep one thing in mind. I am totally fine with you hating the Forest, TMNT 2 and Warcraft. In fact, it's your opinion and you're entitled to it. I'm just giving my opinions on these movies. So yeah, the fact that I disagree with your reasons for hating these movies doesn't mean that I think your points are bad. I just want an excuse to defend something that I like.
Oh, God, I actually had high hopes for this one. Oh, God, where to even begin?
I really wanted to see Will Smith back in a drama with a star-studded cast. This should have been a slam dunk. Yet Collateral Beauty is one of the most heartless, manipulative pieces of shit I have ever seen. And since I would never recommend this film, I'm just going to spoil the shit out of it here and now.
This entry right here is the main reason why I decided to make this commentary. While for the most part I have just been disagreeing with his opinions in a civil manner and have no issue with everything else that he said in the video, I have big fucking issue with this entry. Spoiling a movie is fucking unjustifiable. Thanks to you, I saw everything coming when I watched the movie. Look, I don't care if you hate this movie, that doesn't excuse spoiling it. I wouldn't mind it if you gave a spoiler warning or I was expecting spoilers like I do when I watch Nostalgia Critic episodes. But the thing is, I shouldn't have to expect spoilers from a video like this. I don't even disagree with you, I didn't think the movie was good either. But spoilers do not belong in a fucking video like this. Look, Filmmaster Adam, I don't hate you, in fact, I consider you one of the greatest movie reviewers on YouTube. But god fucking damn it, man, I really fucking hate this entry. With that being said, I'm glad to say that this is the only entry of this video that actually pissed me off. Now that I've gotten that off my chest, let's just finish this fucking commentary.
Okay, let me make this clear. You can argue that the last few movies I mentioned are worse than this. In fact, some of them are. How to Be Single is technically a worse film than this one. Not to me. Why?
Because I didn't wait 20 fucking years of my life for How to Be Single. Independence Day Resurgence is a spit in the face to everyone who loved the first movie.
I haven't seen this movie yet. I was going to do a movie review on it in 2016, but I never got around to it. But don't worry, those of you who are interested in my opinion on the movie, well, it is one of the movie reviews planned for February, so look out for that.
You may be saying that the first Independence Day was stupid too, which I would say, I think you're completely wrong. I could honestly go on forever about why Independence Day is an underrated masterpiece. And I have. I'll leave a link to that review below.
I clicked the link and all I saw was a wall of text. I personally prefer speech over text. That's why I watch movie reviews on YouTube. And since I'm not interested in reading that fucking much, I am not gonna read the article that you linked below. I'm sorry. I will say though that I agree with you. The first Independence Day movie is a great movie. Now it's time for my overall thoughts. There is one major problem that I have with this video, and that's the fact that he spoiled the movie for me massively, and that really pissed me off. But I will say though that the rest of the video is fucking awesome. I disagreed with his opinion on 3 of the movies he was talking about. And you know what? I totally respect his opinion. That's why I was disagreeing with him in a civil and respectful manner. And Filmmaster Adam, if by any chance you're watching this video, I just would like to say, keep up the good work, man. Most of your videos are fucking awesome. And I really mean that. I really enjoy your videos for the most part. Well guys, that's all I gotta say. Thank you for watching, have a great day.